Greetings, crewman, and welcome back to another hair-raising, life-changing, and more than likely, JP-approved episode of...
Wait, watch out, Captain!
Huh? What? Evasive maneuvers!
The views and opinions expressed in this program are strictly those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of associated brands or figures. Poof! Ass covered.
Whew. Man, you're always there to watch my back whenever things get hairy. I appreciate you, my shadow-stepping brother. How the fuck are you?
I'm feeling fee-fi-fo fan-fucking-tastic.
Ooh, yeah, that's the level of intensity I need today, bro. I need it. I appreciate you.
Beanstalk.
Fucking A right, man. Let's chop this bitch down and kick the giant's ass while he's tumbling, bro. Mid-air combos up in this bitch, but the gears ain't guilty. They are just well-oiled. Here we are, rolling around like two pigs fighting in the fucking mud, in the gutter, as it were. The 9thGutta. The true outlaw. Quickest gun in the Makonga jungle. I've seen this man do things with one bullet that would make Rango shit himself and come up with a better story. I've seen this man do shit that makes Clint Eastwood's eyes widen. I've seen this man do shit that, well, let's just say John Wayne likes to tell people he does a pretty good impression of 9thGutta.
Ooh, prestigious.
They say that. Heard things.
I'm telling you, listen, you learn a lot of things when you're drunk with the noodly one on a Friday night and getting to talk to people. But if there's one thing we know, the Duke really loves some grade A country fucking hip-hop foundation. And that's what you got. You're the man with the plan, with the clean locks and the manicured beard. What would make Leonidas jealous? How you doing, my friend? Been a while.
Doing well.
You look like you know what? Hey, man. Whatever, since I've lost, it seems to have run away with a few of your pounds. You done slimmed up a bit.
But yeah, man. Try and get healthy.
Absolutely.
Can't be slinging guns out here in the West. You know, can't move around real good.
I mean, it'd be a shame if you were to be outdrawn because your gut got in the way.
Right. Can't have your holster getting caught up on your belly button, bro.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Resulted in a man shooting himself mid-demonstration. Pretty hilarious.
Oh, I didn't mean with a gun.
Ha! Watch out, man.
If you've got to prop the gut up with a piece of metal or a 2x4 in order for her to get to it, like she's checking underneath the hood of an old box Chevy, it might be time to lose some weight, gents.
Just might be.
I'll get a girdle.
There's body positivity. Yeah, how do you stay in shape, 9thGutta? Yeah, how do you stay in shape, Mr. Gutta? A girdle.
Girdle, bruh. Man boost the air.
Laces.
So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the crewman up to speed on who you are so that we can talk about the world and how it be, man.
Let's do that.
Alrighty. Chiharu. How you doing?
I guess I'm alive.
You guess. Well, unfortunately for you, I'm the only one on the crew that's allowed to be in a perpetual state of death and life. You know, Schrodinger's pirate and whatnot. So, fortunately for you, you are among the living, as far as I can see.
I mean, I've got a pulse.
She says, but am I living, though?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Another thing for y'all to ponder on.
Yeah, like I said, we're digging deep. We're pulling them up from the bottom. But at least we're here.
No Drake.
Yeah, we got a different light-skinned artist in the building who is far less creepier.
Most of the time.
I mean, hey, he gets his pervy old man streaks now and again, but he's pretty good about reeling it in when we call him on it.
Yeah.
No underage shit.
No,
He
never.
ain't got no
ever,
predilection
ever,
to underage girls.
Quite literally.
no.
I mean, no, he's our Aquaman for sure.
Yeah, he does it within limits.
Yeah.
No, we don't R. Kelly.
Nah.
Like I said, he's our Aquaman. He's always just trying to communicate with fish. You know what I'm saying?
That's you know.
Who says Batman ain't funny?
We don't slut shame on the Cameroon's revenge.
I didn't. That was.
I know.
I thought that was a hell of a comedic compliment right
That was
there.
good.
So what do? You talk to fish? Damn right I do. Mm-hmm. Says the guy who brought a trident. That's a big ass trident. All the Snyder Cut did was add everything that they put on the cutting room floor, and then add a couple extra fucking scenes. People, you're not missing anything. It's
Extra scenes.
it's not
I
like
mean, you missed the whole
extra
movie.
people.
That's
you
what
literally missed a whole movie because
Yeah.
they added a movie on top of a movie.
They could have took all the other shit out and kept this, and it would have been a different movie, and you probably would like that one.
If
better.
you thought Flash was completely useless in the movie cut, you won't anymore
yeah,
But why was
I
Cyborg
will
there?
say though,
because because DC couldn't think of who to cast as Jon Stewart. Idris Elba.
you're right.
He literally wanted to do it.
Idris Elba, Jon Stewart, perfect Green Lantern.
Y'all
You
coulda
would have
let-
had the actual Justice League instead of Justice League plus Titans East.
Unlimited.
Yeah, like tell me this: you could have had Justice League, but now you got Justice League Unlimited season 12, where Cyborg is like, "Hey guys, so I'm literally too old to be a Teen Titan anymore, and it's getting kind of creepy me staying in that tower. Can I stay here with you?" Like that's come
Not
on,
a
man.
teen anymore.
Yeah, so I'm really not a teen. I know Robin is pushing it, but I've been too old.
you know,
I'm a man.
I realized I
That-
was smoking weed with fucking Beast Boy and shit, but Beast Boy only like 18. Like, I'm 25. I need to go. Like, it's kind of fucked up. I was a founding member of the Teen Titans at 19. I was already feeling like, you sure we can't call us Team Titans?
Hey.
Because I can't even be a part of this
I
next
mean,
year.
in a year, Robin, I ain't gonna be a part of this shit. Well, no shit, Cyborg, me either. But I mean,
my only qualm with that movie was they made the Flash run like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Courtney had something to
Why?
say about his running. Too.
well,
Why in the hell did he run like he was drunk on skates?
But, all right, this
because
the,
because here's the thing.
time.
Think about how fast he is moving. He's trying to stride and take full advantage of distance. And okay,
I
no,
give
it's
you-
because he was held up by strings and was being made to run in place, and they slowed it down.
I give you the
what it
same.
looked
I give you the
like.
same explanation I gave my wife. I said, think about it. This motherfucker wasn't a track star, no shit, before he got his powers. He was just regular ass Barry Allen,
bro.
and now he could just move fast. So he was a goofy motherfucker.
Barry was
that can now
Scooby Doo
run.
running away from bullies in high school, and now he Scooby Doo runs to fight villainy.
Yeah, he's a squeamish Jewish kid on the movie, and then he wasn't a
look.
track star beforehand.
He
so
was a
just-
scientist originally.
yeah.
Barry was a fucking
Hey,
researcher. and
Neither
shit.
was Quicksilver, but he didn't move like.
No, see, he mutant. He got Magneto on his balls. That's a player.
No,
there,
no, fuck that.
That's a
Hey,
player, see.
look, Quicksilver is a totally
Yeah.
different story,
That's
but I will
Quicksilver.
never say Quicksilver's as fast as Flash because
No, we ain't talking about fast. We talking about
How that
how the
motherfucker-
fuck you look when you
no,
run.
actually, I would tell you this: Quicksilver is pretty fast.
This motherfucker like he on ice skates. Just
Well, Barry's trying to stride. Quicksilver trying to get shit done.
done.
you hear me?
Like,
Over here
yeah,
listening
Barry
to
saved a
Simon
chick
Cowell.
and then goes, "Oh, I'll take some dog food so that I can be like, oh, this is what I was doing when I was. I don't have any superpowers. What do you mean?" I like that I like that, but at the same time, Quicksilver would have just been like, "Oh, yo, I wrote a fucking novel while I was doing that." Oh, me? Nah, dude. Oh, nah, don't pass the blunt. I've already smoked 5. Well, yeah, just in that 2 seconds.
That's it.
Make that 6, 7. Yo, stop looking over here, dude. You're never gonna see it.
It's like the shade.
It's like whenever I put on my shades, you know. Chris swears he thinks he sees me put them on, but
I saw you last time with the madness, man.
I don't think you.
I was looking at you the whole time.
Like, I don't think you understand.
But you know, I'm such a good friend that I delete like the last like 10 to 15 seconds out of my mind just so I don't see it
You know,
happen anymore. Like
and
I
that's
do
the
that.
thing. Like,
Magic of
do I ever ask him to do ninja stuff on command? No.
Yeah.
But
Just do it.
But whenever you know that I'm feeling the madness, just know that the shades will probably appear at some point.
It's a lot more fun that way. Just
It really is, man.
hit
It's
delete.
like, look,
When did you do it?
I'm just saying. Now that you guys understand, you know, we're talking about the Justice League a lot because we make this reference a lot. I don't know if you understand, but the 4 individuals sitting in this room quite literally make up our version of the Justice Friends because we're not at the league yet. We're just that beginning.
Saturday morning.
The
cartoon.
Justice Friends. Dun, bum, 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 bum. I mean, Dexter makes a perfect Bleak. Was it Bleak or Bleep? The fucking monkey?
I can't remember.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, he's
What was
Crypto. Yeah.
Crypto.
Oh, no. I guess since I'm Batman, you'd be Ace. The Crime Hound.
It's the crime, man.
And
It's the sleeping now.
nah, because he knows. Because earlier he
Chill.
was like, I made a mistake. I'm going to be real good today. I'm not going to do nothing else.
Chilling.
I'm just going to chill. I know what happens. I know what happens when you black and you ask too many questions and make too much noise in Georgia. Go to jail. I mean, I hate for it to keep going back to your fountain story, bro. But all you were doing was telling the truth and asking questions, too.
Minding my own goddamn business.
Oh, shit. Is that the law?
As usual.
That's what the law is.
Black folk minding their own business. You better be careful.
You already know they get nervous if they see more than two of us talking and being excited.
So,
You gotta come investigate then. Hey, what's
well,
going on over here?
a murder of crows doesn't amass for no reason.
You know, in retrospect, it wasn't about me. It was about those homeless. That was during that time when the purge was happening, when they were wrangling them up so they could start putting those other businesses downtown. So I was just in the crossfire.
Yep. Whole human seen as a fucking eyesore.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, you're
And you
one of
know
the
what's
you're one
funny?
of the advocates for the city there, Aquaman. I know you be trying to keep it wet over there. You be trying to stay in your drip.
Yeah, man, gotcha.
That's the main reason why we call him
Drip to
Aquaman. It's not just the beard. It's not just because he's always communing with the fish. No, it's because this man is so covered in drip that he's practically wet all the time.
No time.
So much sauce he tripped, bro.
Aquaman drip. That's a track.
Like fresh out the water. Pay attention. Coming in with the Madvocates introductory album, Aquaman drip.
Aquaman drip.
9thGutta. Captain Flint called it. Call me a prophet.
Aquaman
I might not
drip.
be a rapper, but I better get at least a track dedicated to me. Somewhere on that shit.
We might can arrange that.
Y'all could probably just take a bunch of my random quotes that y'all like and put it to a beat.
Mike can even. I think we see a whole video cameo coming on. Yeah, got some ideas. For
Just wandering from place to place, encountering Madvocates, and that's how we string together the music videos.
Let's find the Madvocates in there.
It's literally just me just kind of sauntering around the city going, ooh,
What's happening over there?
what's happening over here? Oh, you! We'll do it on some Wiz type shit. Every time I encounter a new Madvocate, we join together and then we make our way down Cherry Street.
Yeah, just skip it. Ease on down.
We're just easing on down Cherry Street.
You
Easing on down the Cherry Blossom Trail.
Hop on down the road. Bars. Hop on down the road. It's literally, and we'll call it bar hopping because I'm just going around finding people who got different types of vibe and shit. I'm literally bar hopping.
Bars.
Bars
Bars.
hopping.
Dance to it. It's a hop. You know what I'm saying? It's the bar hop. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit.
You feel me?
Do that shit.
Why, yes, that's right, crewman. You're literally just sitting here watching us make the madness happen. I mean, I'm not saying this just for nothing. I'm not a man.
Shit happens.
No, this shit is gonna happen. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's easily done.
We always speak things into light.
Exactly. Walking up on y'all being like, oh, hey, what up? What you doing? Oh, I'm easing on down Cherry Street. Why? Well, I figured if enough of us go down to the sheriff and ask what the fuck, he gonna have to answer. Damn, pirate, that ain't a bad idea. So, what you cooking with? What's your story? And then that motherfucker bursts out into song.
Sound like a plan.
Should we just grab a parade permit one day and just get
And
out
then,
there?
like, record it.
Yeah.
Like, record the music video and then actually do, like, a little community event in the form of a civil rights march where we then debut the video projector style while everybody's standing there socially distanced, unified, black folks, white folks, everybody in Maconga. It's the whole Maconga jungle. Because here's the thing, classism is the issue. We got to get past all the bullshit. You can tell me I'm wrong if you want to. But I really, truly believe classism is the issue. I don't think ethno-states are the answer, but I do think maybe reservations might be. Because a lot of, hey, hear me out.
Give me a casino.
I
shit.
can give it to you.
You don't
You ready
need a
for it?
casino.
Yeah.
You ready for it? All
I
right.
ain't
You
asked
just
you what I
need
needed. God damn it, I need food, air, and shelter.
Cowboy.
I want a
need
casino.
to
Now you see how these.
fucked with.
Now you see how the other 2 points of the triangle are already like. I got them both. Watch this.
Hey, I wanted the casino. She the one said
Here's
I
why I
didn't
say reservations
Right.
I'm fine with a reservation, just not
opposed-
gambling.
as opposed to ethnostates.
need gamble for candy and stuff.
That's enough friendly fire out of you too. Anyway. Now, a lot of folks want ethnostates because a lot of folks believe that black people should be able to separate, govern ourselves, and everything like that, right? But they want racially pure ethnostates in order for us to do it. Okay? That's borderline Nazi fascist thinking, okay? That's literally fascism thinking, and y'all know how I am about that. I will never go too far right on that triangle, okay?
Hoteps.
Hotep's for real. The onk right?
Yeah.
So when you have that kind of thinking, where they want to build a mini Wakanda in the middle of the United States, and they want to just basically set us up for Tulsa too, because it will be built on bigotry if we do it that way. If we make it a racial state, it will be built on bigotry and on old wounds. So how do we circumvent this? Well, we were promised 40 acres and a mule, so here's what we do. Reservations. We set aside reservation land for black folks. All you got to do is get a DNA test, and if you are genetically linked to the North American slave trade, you are then considered a Native American. Not as in Native American Indian, but Native American Negro. However we want to do it. If we want to do a triple N, Native American Negro. Okay? Or actually, no. Native American Negro. Nan!
Nan, nigga.
I'm a
You
Nan
don't know,
nigga.
You don't know Nan, nigga.
You don't know Nan nigga.
That'll be the national anthem.
Let me not make that joke too bad because then Steven Crowder will be like, you see, that's how all black people act when they get excited about something. No.
I was about to say
Man,
that
fuck that
that's
dude.
going to be an immediate parallel to us being somehow the opposite of the KKK, which how opposites work, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be too far against.
Listen, we're just a murder of crows calling up a storm, that's all.
Is it?
But for real though, think about it. So we go back to the idea of the reservation. Gutta, you with me so far, cowboy?
I'm with you. You know.
All right. So here's why we do that, because we were already promised the 40 acres and a mule. And we could even call this the 40 acres clause or act, whatever you want. And we basically make it to where if you are able to be genetically linked to the North American slave trade, you are allowed to live there. That does not just mean if you are black. If your DNA is linked to that, like you have slave DNA in you and you are lower income and whatnot, you have access to those reservations as well, and nobody can discriminate against you because we know why you're there, because you are remnants of a bygone age that really fucked the South up and left it as a segregated mess. We quite literally provide an area and a way so that that wound can heal naturally, because then you're looking at faces of all kinds who are all linked to that tragic part of the U.S.'s history, and we would actually bring light to it, and we would actually be able to go, damn, so this is what makes American black folks separate from Africans. This is what makes them so different from Haitian people. This is why they have these health issues. These are why they have these medical issues. By us going about it this route, we get rid of a lot of the bullshit stigmas that black people have, that we have built into us, where we're afraid of the doctor, shit like that. Mental health being a huge issue, because we're going to have to look past all that. Because we're going at it from, well, genetically you are linked to this, and we're going to go ahead and give you this land. You guys are going to go over there, get you set up, get you on your feet, because we understand what you came from. The Trail of Tears was a nasty thing, yeah. But now imagine Trail of Tears stretched out for, 60 years straight of people being hyper-bred, not only just us. Hell, you know what? Because, nobody likes when you go, you. Especially not white folks. They get real defensive. So, white crewmen, white
They
crew
do it
folk.
first.
White crew folk, hear me out. A lot of y'all were products of the slave trade during that time too, because a
was
lot of
just about
y'all
to
would
say.
not have been bred so much in the way you were if you didn't come with property in the form of Negroes and or land. White women, you came with men as part of your dowry. I'm sorry, you came to your man
As a part.
with us as part of your dowry.
Yeah.
One of the very first major triumphs for women legally was the right to individually own slaves. When they came into a marriage, that they got to keep possession of those slaves, okay? Let's be honest with ourselves. Coming from a culture like that, that was the mentality that was bred into y'all rapidly over that 60-odd year period.
Sources cited they were her property. Available on Amazon.
Yep. It'll cost you 1 credit. You can literally read this shit for free. Link below. Easy listening. Very educational. We all suffered from this, and I believe that we all kind of need to get up on our feet, because here's the thing. Like, you got towns like Makonga. I think Makonga would be an incredible reservation because we're all literally related
Yeah, just
to that trade. One way or the other, that during that horrible period in the mid to late 1800s, everyone is linked to that here.
nothing ever really shakes me.
That's really like one of the things that you look at and make it, and it's the strangest thing is we have a commonality of pain. Whether it's black, white, or you talk about classism. It's like if you look around Macon, it's almost expected to have some semblance of or some remnants of trauma from struggle.
Yes, embedded.
You go places and I'm from Macon. Oh shit.
Macon's a PvP zone as far as
fuck
everyone's
y'all.
concerned.
Y'all crazy.
Macon is mini Chicago as far as everyone else is concerned.
Yeah.
It's Compton in this motherfucker.
It really is,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And you never hear anything good when you meet people from outside.
But nobody asks why. Why is it that, like, buildings that have been here for 200 odd years, and you don't realize the lives that went through those buildings?
Or under them in some
Statues
cases.
with pictures of, with articles about them. People were sold here.
Statues of women honoring Confederate women. Come on.
From the real Miss America, fuck that statue.
We're calling this shit patriotism. Come on, man.
But it's more like
Macon-
patriotism.
It is real. Macon is bleeding. These aren't scars. These are open fucking wounds here.
But when you're literally named after a slave owner.
That'll do it.
So how do we change?
There's your legacy right
So how do you change that legacy? Well, here's what you do. You turn Macon into a reservation. Now, those people that are very well-to-do, you got to do it on both ends, right? Well, yeah, you are from that lineage. So in order for you to live here, you have to pay a lot of taxes. Because, yes, you are attached to that lineage, but you profited.
Right.
Not the poor white folks. The poor white folks don't got to pay shit. Because
They pull like a.
they poor like us. They were pushing the carts that we were loaded in. All right, they were poor too. I mean, the motherfucker who is still linked to land that his great granddaddy owned. Now, I'm not saying take anything from him. I'm saying if you want to continue to live here in Macon, Macon made you and your family what they are. Therefore, your
Give
family should help make Macon
Give back.
a better place. The families that helped you build should be allowed to build. It's not gonna look. We already know what happens when you tax rich folks. They stay rich.
Because once you make that first billion with
Yeah.
a B,
You're gonna stay rich. Now I know a lot of people are like, damn, Hugh, this sounds like socialism.
It's not.
It's not.
it's common goddamn
Pay your fucking
sense.
taxes.
It's common fucking sense.
America, goddamn it.
This is fucking America.
Pay your taxes.
If you are within a certain tax bracket, and look, here's the thing, and it's like before you even say socialism, I'm for real. If you make Makonga a reservation, and then you change the tax brackets to where, based on this DNA, we know this rich person has familial ties to here. Not only do they have familial ties, but those familial ties profited heavily from the slave trade, from in any capacity, whether it was agriculture, whether it was breeding, whether it was any of that fucked up shit. And here's the thing, guys. We're gonna have to look at it, and it's gonna be ugly.
And that's what they hate.
And they hate it. But here's the deal. You're going to make them look at this shit, and they're going to realize how ugly it is, and they're going to hate it so much that they're going to want to do anything to distance themselves from it.
Now that is true.
And that's why this would work. Because they would want to prove, oh my God, we fucked up. Everybody.
But who would want to be associated with that shit?
Exactly.
That shit's hateful.
So then you got to pay a shitload of money to make sure that you're not, because we literally proved that the only reason why you're rich is because your family owned slaves. So finally, that one white guy that goes, my family didn't own slaves, time for him to prove it. Hey, you know what? You're right. Your family didn't own slaves. You just worked on that asshole's farm. He did. And your family is still poor. Ain't that fucked up, Jack? Yeah, I'm not pointing fingers at you, white crewman. White crew folk, I'm not pointing fingers at you. I'm literally going, hey, you're still poor too.
Yeah. Classism, like you say.
Aye, you're still broke. No, and hey, black folks that are rich, that have ties here, hey, look, I don't think any of them would mind paying into the city. I don't think the Reddings would mind paying into the city, do you?
Yes.
Investing into the city.
Saying something needs to change if you're not willing to contribute to the
We
change.
are always saying that. Yep.
Yeah, you know. And you know me, I'm never a man to say what others should do, but I sure as hell say what I'm going to do.
Right.
And I've noticed that some of these people have said what they're going to do, but not a lot of things have been done, and that's okay. Hot take. Things don't tend to happen until we start them. And that's okay.
Well, that's because most of them don't have one thing that we have, and that's the understanding how to move in one direction. Because you have people that want to do things, but if everybody is running in different directions, then naturally they're either gonna rip it apart or they're gonna circle around and bump heads. You know, so yeah, you can have all the positive intention in the world, but if it keeps on ending up being a clash with somebody else trying to do virtually the same shit, then you're just gonna knock each other out, be unconscious, and here we are.
Exactly.
That's
And
square
the
one.
best part about this is we're going at it from a genetic level. So there's no personal bigotry. There's no, hey, you don't, it's like, hey, you don't understand. My family didn't do X, Y, Z.
Pocket break.
Who crunchy as hell in the mic?
Motherfucker.
How are we doing, by the way? I'm enjoying this conversation. I've been wanting to talk about this kind of shit, and I'm like, you know, we just
You
some
gotta
of
talk about the shit.
we some of the realest motherfuckers here, and you know, Gutta, I respect your wisdom. You know, this dude is. You know how like sometimes Sage be looking up to me on some shit, and I'm like, damn, Sage. Like Sage hit me when he was like, you know, you like my Master Roshi, Cap. I'm like, oh,
Master Roshi.
I was like, damn.
And that's how you know.
son.
Now, not that I know that I'm old. I don't give a fuck about that, CJ, because I wasn't even supposed to be here.
But you know, they always say you old, but then what's the alternative?
Being
I take
dead.
old.
I'll tell you what, I've had the alternative.
Yeah.
A few times.
I've had the alternative a few times.
So
You know, my nephew told me I was born a couple years ago,
Hey.
and that's how I know I've done my job.
The very first curse I ever got was the curse of the black cat. I've got shite luck, but I always land on my feet, and I've got 9 times to live with it.
There you go.
The next curse I got was the curse of the phoenix. My rage and my passion can bring new life or destroy many a thing. And no matter what happens when I die, I will always return. But unfortunately, that's a bit of a paradox, you see, because I've got 9 lives to live, yet every time I devote myself to full passion, I go forth, I burn out, and I die immediately, and then I am brought back. So does that mean that I've used a life, or does that mean that I've recycled a life? The point of the matter is, it's been a long 332 odd years, man, and it's getting weird. I know I've definitely died many a time for a cause, and yet I can't necessarily remember any reason why I would keep coming back for it, but I do know it was far more than 9 goddamn times. Unless it's 9 times 9, unless it's 9 times the passion. Or is it that I have to earn myself 9 times over in one span of a life for me to earn a new life? The strangest thing in the world when a man is only partially rubber, how oftentimes he bounces back, and yet I still find that I am not completely fucking fireproof, though I have learned that parts of me are a bit invulnerable. God damn it, if I do say, I will take the hits and I will take the blows. I will take the strikes and the slashes. And though my hide may be covered in scars, I do get up every fucking time.
Indeed.
You know, it's the strangest thing in the world. I may be bulletproof. I am not laserproof, but I do try to see through things and I do try to analyze what the fuck I'm dealing with. Chris knows how I am. Straight fucking mechanical prototype, bro. That's all I am, and that's all that I'm good for. But then at the end of the day, I realize something. I've got folks like you guys. And since I've got crewmen around me for once in my life, I kind of don't feel so shitty.
That's what it's all about.
So I figure what I'm going to
That's it.
do is do as many good things as I can do while I've still got some fucking lubricant on the gears and, you know, while I've still got a bit of countdown before my next self-destruction fucking show. You know, let's see what I can pull off before I go Phoenix mode again. I don't know.
All right.
But I don't know. I just feel it. I feel it might be imminent. So if that is the case...
Let's
then
party.
Yeah, exactly.
Complete with the creakiest hole possible.
Exactly. I need you to understand. I'm straight Troa Barton in this motherfucker. Wearing a fucking clown mask. It's a bullet circus up in this bitch. I am the Gundam. Fear me, you mono-eyed, red hat, mongoloid wannabe Nazis.
Did you just tell me to call you Moses?
Call me Moses, Quartermaster.
Why?
Because I'm about to split a sea of fucking caucasity. Ooh, yeah. When the eyes turn red, you know what's up. Ain't no shade that can hide these rays, band or not. I will be victorious. Oh, yeah.
Is it Tuesday?
Ooh, yeah. Looking good, feeling fine on a fucking Friday. I'm in fucking invincible, goddammit. That's what it is. That's what it means, baby. Even if I'm limping back to the ship, one-armed, head blown off, I'm still coming in like baby, 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 baby. It was a good-ass ride, man. Every time. Dual wielding in this bitch. Call me Neo. I'm not even dodging the bullets, though. I'm standing with my arms spread, daring them to do it.
I thought you meant big head for a second.
Ooh, yeah, the dome is large, which is exactly why the headbutts are my favorite move. Look, CJ, I would like to say this, and maybe I'm just happy that's the Justice Friends in this episode, but
Just us friends.
Oh, touche.
look at it. Damn, when you look around this room, you realize we truly are in a bit of an isolation chamber. I guess we are locked behind our own set of bars.
Sometimes it's not.
Oh, it's the oldest joke on the show. Oh, making the bars puns. Anyway.
They'll stop if you like, share, and subscribe.
No, we won't. We will never stop. In fact, we will just diversify the ways in which we do this. I don't give a fuck. Somebody likes my captainisms out there. There's some girl right now breathing heavily on the monitor and
Captain.
like writing all kinds of weird fan fiction, and I'm kind of like, all right, I'm there for it.
And they
I
all
support you, crewman.
And they all start with, I saw him in a dream again.
Speaking my language.
I dreamed a dream that Cap walked by. Hello? Oh my god. He's here. Do I know you? I hope so.
Whenever somebody tells me they had a dream about me, like my first reaction is like, why?
Why?
Why was I over there? Like, what?
Whoa. No, check it out. Weirdest thing, Gutta. Chick at a party. Oh my god.
True story. Now.
I saw you in my dream. Huh? Have we met? No, but I dreamt of you, and this is exactly how you looked, and it was... I need to know what your name is. Oh, no.
I didn't tell you in the dream, did
It's
you?
like, oh, well, if I dream dropped into there, if I pulled a Sora and saved your heart from the darkness, then clearly you must know what my name is. Otherwise, when you walk away, you won't hear me say,
Please, oh baby, don't go.
God.
Simple and clean is the way that It's hard not to sing the whole thing. That's
when your
That's the Come
friends
Sail Away
when,
of
when your friends
video game
know
song.
when your friends know that you're a bit of a Final Fantasy character anyway by default. I don't try. It just
It's the shoes.
I would think it's the shorts because I just have like the perfectly
you got like all the Sora outfits.
extra long cargo shorts that are just slightly too long, so everybody's like, but they fit him, but they're not. But it's and then he's got big ass feet. What the fuck?
Because he's a toon.
This Sora, Luffy, Gundam pilot hodgepodge motherfucker walking around wearing Hito Yui's outfit, unironically not even trying to cosplay. What is wrong with this guy?
It just worked out that way. Then.
It's just my lounging gear. What's wrong with y'all? I just like tank tops and shorts. Go. Tank tops and shorts with Timbs though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Screw it.
it's the only way. B.
That's that captain style, yo. It's like, what the fuck? I'm mad that he pulled it off.
I'm sorry, guys. He won't lead you to Toontown or the Cool World. I've been following him for 8 seasons, and he is yet to drop back into either one.
That's not true.
Fucking disappointing.
It's
It
not
was one
true.
time.
It's not true. It's happened to you and it's happened to Chris, and neither of y'all handled it very well. Actually, no. CJ, you handled the dream drops into the realm of the captain pretty well. Chris, on the other hand, needed an anchor.
Well, I go down my own rabbit holes.
No,
Yeah.
That's
this
the benefit here.
motherfucker.
Rabbit holes.
Yeah, here's the thing. An orange-covered path was lit in front of Chris one day, and in the midst of this spiraling madness, the only thing that made sense was his Gundanium alloy-coated space piratey friend, I being I. And in the noodly stranded madness that was the endless spiral of time, where Chris literally had to latch on to the number one in order to stay one with this solid plane of existence, I learned something. I learned what a true friend is, because this dude was like, yo, man, nothing makes sense right now. Except Cap.
Made perfect sense.
It's like, I don't even get why all these people give him such a hard time to say that he doesn't make any sense, because even when I'm high as shit on acid,
Still makes sense.
he still makes sense. And I was like, oh, damn, thanks,
thing.
dude.
So you may be the only thing in the universe.
Now, it
Actually
might,
makes sense.
now that might mean that I'm crazy as shit, or it just might mean that the world is so crazy that my fucking ideas seem off. But who knows? Who cares? The point is, I was honored. The only things that mattered in that acid-laced nightmare for this man were getting back to his daughter, and that his best friend was the only thing that wasn't morphing into some weirdness. Which, again,
And Dexter was cool too.
yeah, Dex was cool too. Dex guided him home.
Yeah.
I couldn't trust CJ Hook. She like disappeared and it was nothing but a smile.
Now, in
I
CJ's
was like,
case,
I was like, Cheshire
turned-
Cat, I knew it.
CJ's case, I turned
God
into a
damn.
cat. See what I mean?
Yeah, you told me.
We went into Toontown. I turned into a cat person.
Say, hey,
That
CJ.
was not Toontown. That was Nightmare World.
Oh, so we were in Cool World.
Hey, man.
shit.
And they let them do the real thing with the half toon, half human person. I would have watched the shit out of that.
Oh yeah, the real premise for a Cool World was the main villain was a half toon, half human like hybrid, and he was really angry because he was in a constant state of pain and he couldn't exist properly in either realm. So he wanted to bring the toon world into our reality and fuck it up for everybody.
And this is why y'all need to leave Ralph Bakshi alone and just let him do shit.
Just let him do his shit.
Yep. But instead,
Rest
Hollywood
in
came
concert.
in and fucked everything up, just like she did to the movie. Hollywood was the villain all along. See?
She would if she could.
And that's not with stupid lizard people fan fiction.
You don't need it.
Gutta, how the fuck did you feel about the LARPing at the Capitol? You know, and what I mean by LARPing at the Capitol, I mean like these people thought they weren't going to get in any trouble.
Well, you already did your disclaimers and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an outlaw.
Aye.
I imagine the Capitol as my house. And I was appalled that people didn't get shot.
They tracked shit all through your house, little
I
cowboy.
thought that there should have been a Rambo motherfucker at the top of the steps cutting them motherfuckers in half as they came forward.
You would think.
That would have happened if it was us. there is no doubt in my mind
Those steps would be stained red.
it would have been the worst massacre in the history of the United States if it was us.
It would have been Tulsa too, dude.
Yeah.
That would have been the start of the
But
Civil
yeah,
War.
I
Now this one will count because like I saw the gesture, but I didn't instantly associate it with glasses. So yeah, so this one counts. Yeah, this one counts. When the fuck did you put those on?
He just couldn't let me just have it. You know he didn't catch me that time.
No,
Bang!
No, he was saying that
it's
was
like
false.
I saw, but it still counts. Just simply because when I saw the hands go up, I didn't associate it with glasses. I didn't. That was the last thing on my mind. So
Hey,
so it counts.
Every ace still has a trick up his sleeve, no matter.
That one counts.
No matter how well you know me, my friend, I will always have an ace up my sleeve. Now, friends, crewmen, outlaws in the 9thGutta.
Blow.
What if I told you that us as citizens of the heart of Georgia, defenders of the Makonga jungle, we're dealing with modern day racism on a level of stupidity that I think you guys need to see to believe.
Yeah, I believe it's been here quite some time.
Now, we were talking about reparations earlier in the form of land. Now, we know a lot of us have agricultural ties, familial agricultural ties.
Of course.
Southern black folks, right down to our family recipes, have agricultural heritage. It's not uncommon at all for a little old black man to have his own little farm out back. Cabbages, watermelon, peanuts, the usual.
Both my granddads were farmers, and that's how my parents met.
My granddaddy farmed cabbages, collards, and potatoes. And they also had a hog farm.
Yeah, my grandfather had acres of farmland.
Yep, Live Oak, Florida. That's where my family had acres. Hogs. Like, listen, black folks in farming, we were quite literally bred to do it. You want the hot take? We were literally bred to do it, motherfucker. My fellow Madvocates, I present to you Stephen Crowder.
I don't know where you find this many farmers of color, but they did. And $5.2 billion are being allocated exclusively for colored farmers. Farmers of color, farmers of color. Roll the tape.
We begin today's show looking at a major provision in President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill that aims to address decades of discrimination against Black, Hispanic, Native American, and Asian American farmers who've historically been excluded from government agricultural programs. The American Rescue Plan sets aside $10.4 billion for agriculture support and allocates about half the funds to farmers of color who are, quote, subjected to racial or ethnic prejudice because of their identity as members of a group, unquote. The U.S. Commission on Civil Rights confirmed as long ago as 1965 the U.S. Department of Agriculture discriminated against black farmers, but little was done to address the problem.
100 years ago?
Yeah, most happy about the new policy. These people. So, yeah. I'm gonna buy a plow, man.
I'm gonna plant that corn.
Go get a John Deere. Barack Obama, mother. I'm the president of plowing that ass.
You.
I thought the last thing they would want to do is be farmers. Wasn't that a big problem
Yeah.
for hundreds of years?
Yeah.
Isn't that why Arsenio Hall called himself the urban man's Johnny Carson?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Are people lining up out in the middle of cornfield, Iowa for new dunks?
How would you prove this, by the way? Like, how would you prove that you've been discriminated
You don't
against?
have to. You just
Well, I
say.
didn't get that loan. Sir, you had no credit. Well, that should not have stopped me from getting the loan.
I planted a Hennessy tree, but it's not growing.
Well, technically it did grow, but that shit ain't XO.
I put it in the ground.
I planted a VSOP XO tree. I'm getting in some niche esoteric cognac humor, motherfucker.
Don't white people just go to their neighborhoods and build urban farms and ruin their communities? Isn't that what
That's how it works.
Detroit. Turns out the soil content, there's a high level of meth.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow, I didn't know.
That and teeth. Just random teeth littered everywhere.
And by the way,
Cocaine in my arugula.
they then go to reference that when was the last time they were discriminated against? Like, that was like 100 years ago. In truth, it was actually in the 1960s, quartermaster.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything on that for the good folks? Before we rip into this asshole. Because I got a feeling that Soups and Aquaman are already ready to go.
Indeed, it's a good sub.
Not at the moment, but you can check out The Black Forager on TikTok and Instagram, I believe, with a whole lot of information on why historically foraging was started by black people in the U.S. and was made illegal to keep us back on the plantation.
I need y'all to do a little bit of homework, crew folk. Pigford versus Glickman. Okay? This was a lawsuit. It was a class action lawsuit where over 400 black farmers in the United States sued because their protests, their complaints, and issues that they had been being ignored for decades. They won that lawsuit for $1 billion with a B.
Do you like jazz? Kind of B.
Bebop.
$1 billion fucking ducats. 1 billion smackaroos. 1 billion simoleons, okay? Literally, 1 million stacks. You like how I did that for the hustlers out there?
That only can calculate in stacks.
Yeah.
Those who can only count the stacks. That was in 1999. These gentlemen go on to later say that when was the last time blacks were discriminated against? That was like 100 years ago. They actually don't even believe black farmers are a thing.
That wasn't even 30 years ago yet.
Right.
It wasn't even 30 years ago, 1999. And they were able to prove decades of discrimination in this lawsuit.
They won.
Imagine an entire skit being picked apart by 2 seconds of typing on Google, and once you strip that away, you realize that it's not even humor, bro. This is hatred. Are you kidding me? What's funny about this?
It's edgy. You just don't get it.
Yo, for real. Gutta, you just watched it. Come on, man. Let's try and look into the eyes of stupid. What could possibly be funny about this, aside from...
There is no humor in that shit. But what it is blatant racism. And they're allowed to get away with it. Because they do it on a platform where they are supposedly using their freedom of speech. But, if you will...
So are we.
Right. But if you will, imagine us doing constant redneck skits. Oh my God, we would be so racist and we should be pulled off the air and oh my God, they're perpetuating all these lies. We're really not like that.
Wait, you mean shit Jeff Foxworthy only stopped doing like 20 years ago?
You might be a redneck jokes.
Right.
You might be a redneck, yeah.
What was the Friends thing? Here's your sign.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy with his...
Who was on Parlor?
Get Her Done. Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy was on Parlor.
Word.
To think I ripped my sleeves off once in solidarity. But seriously, see, those are the kind of jokes we make. But
They're
you know,
actually
Quartermaster,
accurate.
you said
more
it.
class.
You said it well once before.
Yeah, I have this thing that happens to me where I have an abstract thought and someone else on some other blue app puts it into words so perfectly. White people experience racism from a place of... Excuse me,
I mean, you could just put it in your own damn words. Like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna be screenshotting this bitch's post and shit. Like, the way I even described it makes perfect sense. Like, you could just go with that. Like, just go with your own interpretation on the shit. You know?
White people hate people of color, black people, and the like based on stereotypes they created is not the same of people of color experiencing white people and hating them for it.
Right.
In other words, white folks make racist comments like these that we just witnessed based on stereotypes
That they made up.
that they, on a societal level, made up and perpetuated in the media, which they control. And most people of color, when they are racist towards white folks, it's because of individual interactions and experience with white folks.
Precisely.
Yeah, you experience.
It's not just because their dad was sitting around saying passively racist shit about white people while drinking a bud. No, it's because he was walking down the street one day and he got asked, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Yeah.
In his own apartment complex.
Yeah, they experience racism in a interpersonal way. We experience on a systematic level as well as an interpersonal level.
Right.
Most of the time, because you know what, you just had made me have a flashback to college. All right,
Oh, dear.
so you know, I went to a HBCU. Right across the tracks was probably one of the most famous white universities in the South, FSU. So two black girls with 1.5 black girls that were
that one
attending
drop shit.
FSU. They had a special kind of racism toward white people, and all I can remember thinking in my head was, then why are you going to school over there with all those white people? You know what I'm saying? So it almost felt exactly like how white people experience racism, whereas it was like it wasn't so much that they had personally experienced said racism, so much as they were saying the things that they felt black people were supposed to say about experiencing racism.
And you know, that's an interesting thing that you bring up, because I noticed a lot of, in my experience, a lot of mixed race folks have that issue where they try to project, like, they think that the way to get in with other black folks is to act like you hate white people.
Yeah.
Oh, a big thing that I've always seen is, you know, once they get rejected by whatever else they're mixed with, they try to default to just being black.
Yeah, Tiger.
I mean,
Calculation.
hey man, coming from a guy that ain't first generation mixed with shit, they ain't gonna like you either. You better figure out how to like you.
Right.
Coming from somebody that's also not first generation mixed with
I'll
a
give you-
goddamn thing and don't look like it for nothing.
I give you some personal.
Which is
racism.
exactly why what I said don't apply to you at all. You just had to make what I said about you somehow.
Yes.
Because it's always been about it.
Like you know,
Ask
like
the crew.
can't say shit without getting the cosign. But what was you even gonna add to that?
That's what the crew needed.
You can't go over there and be surprised that they realize you ain't white.
True. I mean, but here's the thing, like, when you are of lighter skin persuasion, like colorism's a thing over on this side of the fence.
Yeah.
So trust me, when somebody tells you take your little mixed ass over there, and you're like, but I'm not mixed. I got nowhere to go. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, we both mixed with light skin.
You
Even
once again, though, no, Chris, no, you. This isn't a okay. No, because once again, no one's denying she's black.
see, even
Yeah, you're mixed
that
with light skin,
word-
but you came out. You came out.
But they might deny you mixed with light skin.
No, her daddy right there.
I ain't seen a motherfucker. If I'm just looking at
Nah,
her,
dude.
if
She's literally him darker.
Oh no, I'm whichever one I'm standing next to.
It's kind of eerie.
Yeah, if I see them motherfuckers, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
which-
I ain't seen them motherfuckers, so if you just said it, I'm like, okay, if you say so.
Okay, but look,
If you say so.
look, I got straight evicted from my father's side of the family when I was born because I was too light skinned.
No, this ain't my.
He never had no red Jackson. Hell no.
That damn there made me.
I see it.
Exactly.
Well,
All right,
now,
all
now
right.
I've seen them.
So wait a minute.
motherfuckers,
5
so,
second
all
break.
right.
5 second break is again. We had to derail the show and make it.
Yeah.
Her baby photos ain't got shit to do with our show.
That was a parent photo, so now I can't say I ain't seen them motherfuckers.
What I was trying to say
You would deny when you came out.
is when you get is that look, we deal with that same level of discrimination on a colorism basis, right? So we know how that goes.
Yeah.
Gutta, I know you've had somebody hit you with some bullshit based on that.
I get that. What are you? Are you just black? Like, what are you?
Yeah, but like, what do you mix
I
with?
know the
Human.
craziest shit I ever heard though, and I believe she thought it was a compliment. But if I hadn't have been in
Don't they
work, I
always?
probably would have punched her ass in the nose. I was working at a little known fact. Outlaw used to work at a flower shop.
Oh.
So I'm delivering, come in and get my flowers to go out and deliver and shit. Lady say, excuse me. I just want to tell you something. And I hope it doesn't offend you, but I just got to tell you. You look like Black Jesus and I love it. Wow! What the fuck am I supposed to do with it?
Okay.
You look
Hold
like
on,
Black
hold on.
Jesus.
Wait, I
and
got you.
I love it.
I got you. Hold up.
Here's what you should have done.
I
No,
was
you go
called
first.
a caramel colored man by an
Candyman.
entire
Motherfucking
by an
Candyman.
entire salon staff. They all agreed that I was the pretty caramel colored one with the locks. This is back when I was delivering mail.
Oh.
So I was just described as the pretty one with the caramel colored skin,
I'm offended.
Wow. Like an animal or some shit.
like a horse, dude.
I was a
It's
kid
almost like
in
a
a
horse.
Kmart in Florida, and this old white lady comes up to me in the toy aisle and says,
Ancient
"Oh my
bitch.
God, you remind me of Little Michael."
Oh.
Excuse me?
I was like, Michael Jackson when he was black, bitch.
Oh.
ABC, bitch, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
So good, I'll tell you what you were supposed to do when you look like Black Jesus and I love it. You should have told that bitch to repent.
No, she would have taken
that
that
would've-
as him propositioning, and she would have probably been down for it.
She
Spade
probably
tattoos. Y'all
She,
are gross.
she probably look all of y'all spade
probably
queens
Lay
out there.
hands upon me.
You're disgusting.
I want you to pound me like it.
Stop. And as a person often shut out on that one, I got told in a room full of white girls that I wasn't allowed to say that.
Say what?
That's not true.
It wasn't.
That is just a stereotype. That is not true. That they have better. Like I'm not allowed to know that somehow.
Well, half the reason why a lot of them get off
It's a
to it
secret.
is because they feel like they're not supposed to have it.
That's all it
So,
is.
but you don't want to go into that because
Secret dick.
then once again they start to feel bad.
Top secret dick.
Dick secret.
Don't tell anybody.
Mandingo lover.
They've all done at
They
least
got like
half
a
of one
secret
once.
black dick club. What is
Secret, nothing.
They love
Did
it
you
when
ever
it's
see
a
that
half
group
one.
chat that got leaked? That should have humbled the shit out of some of y'all.
Man, leave it.
They should have just stayed off at life. It would have been a chat room. Said it.
Well, my friends, in the face of bullshit and in the wake of rampant racism, our own governor here in the great state making it where it's going to be a lot harder for people in inner city areas who work 9 to 5s to even fucking vote next time around. In a world where men like Mr. Crowder are able to be quite profitable off of lame stereotypes that they themselves perpetuated. How do we remain that force for change? And that, I want to be what we sign off on today for our crewmen. Let's lift their chins up and point to the horizon once more. What force of change do we need to be
It's easy.
in order to keep this from continuing?
Constancy. Ironically,
Consistency?
constant. You gotta continue to stay the course because when everything else is moving around all wacky and crazy and so on and so forth. Because even though it looks like things are stuck the way they are, you got new faces, new ways of painting the racism, new ways of naming it and everything else. So in that regard, there's a lot of change going on. But what needs to remain constant is your stand for what you are, what you believe, and you gotta be bold and out front with it, such that if a person is seeing that shit, they also seeing you, and then they can go, wait a minute, I like this a lot better than I like that shit over there. I think I'm going over here. So you gotta be there, because if they show up and you gone because you done went left or you done went right because you faltered in your belief or whatever, and then when they arrive, they say, I could have sworn there was something constant right here that would have changed my life or whatever. Oh, not here anymore. Moving on, and then they go on to the next bullshit. So just staying constant.
Okay. Staying constant and steadfast, regardless.
It is key.
All right. Gutta.
In the wake of that last segment, I don't really have much positive vibrations to emit at this very moment.
But you got to. It's not about how you feel now. It's about how you can make others feel in the future. How you can empower them.
I will empower white people to stay the fuck away from the Capitol if you can't respect it. How about that?
Hey,
Fucking fair.
where's to live by?
That's some fair encouragement right there.
There you go.
Unless you work there, stay the fuck away from the Capitol. Don't even tour for a while.
I mean, they still got the fucking fences up because you never know.
You never know.
Some white guy might decide he's having a bad day.
No, seriously though, like this is the world we live in 2021. It's not 1846. It's 2021, and that shit's happening. That should make everybody look at themselves, what you accepting as a truth, and reevaluate everything you got going on. If you look at that and don't see absolutely nothing wrong with it.
That wasn't nothing but Antifa.
Weren't no Antifa.
That was Antifa.
Weren't no Antifa.
Sure was.
Whole bunch of deep fake technology.
Isn't that amazing that they truly believe? Yeah, a Trump supporter would never do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Also, he went on and said that he went on TV recently and said that well, not on TV, but he came out recently saying that the rioters, they were all good people. They didn't do anything wrong. They were all completely within their right. Also, the lawmakers and senators, they were in no danger.
What do
Yeah,
you
he was like, they were in no danger at all. They were literally chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." They were in no danger. Running around with flex cups.
But what do you expect?
They
from
were in
a
no
man,
danger. Carrying guns.
Mr.
Spears.
Grab him by the
metal bats.
pussy and show him who's boss. You expect more from him?
I can't help myself around beautiful women. I just grab them and I just start kissing all over them. Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh, here's another gem. If it was back in the day, we wouldn't even have to listen to them. Yeah. The man pines for slavery, Jim Crow, inequality.
And that's why I say a ethno-state ain't the answer. Because the moment they can make us an enemy faction that needs to be gotten rid of, they will, and they will radicalize themselves, and they'd stomp us out.
Yeah, because we don't have tanks.
They would spare no expense to stomp us out because we would just be this hostile, vampiric tumor. But anyway, we need magical wrap-up.
Hey.
I need
Hey.
a spark.
Hey.
I need...
Hey.
I thought you meant Trojan.
Ew, wait a minute.
No.
You said magical wrap up. There ain't nothing more magical than stopping pregnancy. Dun, 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 dun.
I can think of like literally 10,000
No, there isn't.
things more magical.
As a
than
person
that.
with a child, no, there's nothing more
And
magical.
and you know,
But that's a choice that
made.
you made.
Like hell, we were on birth fucking control. It sounds like you chose to have birth control, not a baby.
PSA,
The baby chose to be here.
PSA, but based on that in particular, then if you don't take it every day at the exact same time, it does not work.
So you're
Control
saying
was meant to
make
be
sure
lost.
that they
Full
drink their
circle.
water and take their meds.
There you go.
Full circle, you gotta be consistent. It's key. Be good to each other.
Somebody.
Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. You're a whole human being needing grace and patience. Extend that without.
There you go.
And with that, crewman, this is your favorite red-winged blackbird squawking to the raucous Corvin caucus and hoping that they'll hear me one of these days. Captain loves y'all. Do your best. And we'll see you once again in your favorite spot in the sand and beam you up and let you know what's what. Don't forget to like, drop us a comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'd like once again to say thank you, 9thGutta, for taking the time to spend with us, talk with us. Anything you want to plug, my friend? Shameless, not so shameful. Self-plug and go.
Yeah, we got we have the Gutta Boy album dropping in the next few months. We have the Gutta Boy album dropping in the next few months. Look out for that Madvocates LP. And, I always tune in to Mook in the morning. Got to do that.
Especially if you like singing Gina.
And how would
Guilty
one
pleasure.
access this Mook in the morning?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, you can tune in Monday through Friday on Instagram at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Wow!
At John Mook Gibbons. And coming April 17th, you can download the Woo World Radio app.
Woo World
and hear
Radio
us from
app?
6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know before I let anybody else know. All right, so I have a segment called Chris's Pick that'll be at 7:45 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, where I play a track from an independent artist that I know is doing shit in their community, and they will actually have the opportunity to come on and talk about their track and all that shit. That's something I worked out for me and my peoples. Anybody have access to this, but of course I'm picking the folks I know for sure out here doing their damn thing. So I'm letting you know now. You stay asleep, you want to. As soon as everybody else get hold of it, I mean, my email is gonna be full. It's gonna be hard to get to. So I'm letting y'all know first. My Madvocates, my folks right here in the Makonga jungle. I'm letting you know now.
And in the spirit of keeping them on their toes, get the fuck off my ship! Dexter, hit the button!
Geronimo! There ain't no air out here. Ninjutsu.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Boop. 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 Boop.